Hello. Time to stream. Wait, did I say stream? I mean, that's true too. I meant time to code. Don't remember exactly where I left off, but we gonna find out. I think I need to make user pages. I think that's the main thing that I need to do. Which I'm hoping isn't gonna be too difficult, but really don't know. First things first, I can just make the component. So it's... I think I'm gonna do... How should I do this? I think I'm gonna do a new folder. Let's say /u/ Hey, what's up, Bill? What is up? Don't remember how to do a dynamic page. Okay, I think I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, I'm definitely doing this wrong. I think it's supposed to be a folder. And then I do a file. And I think the file should be like this. And I'll say username.tsx. The trip was both good and bad. Overall, it was amazing. The only thing that, so I'll start off with what was bad. The only thing that was bad was that I got injured. A mixture of like really bad sunburn mixed with too much physical exertion mixed with my chronic health issues caused my feet to swell up like balloons pretty much. And then for maybe like 5 days or something like that, I couldn't walk at all. I mean, I could kind of walk, but it was like really painful. So that's kind of like the bad part. The good part is that like if you've never been to a Great Lake, I completely recommend it. Like Lake Michigan is breathtaking. It's you may have heard it online, but like you go there and it's a lake, but it looks like the ocean. Like there's waves. There's like it's like kind of windy on the beach. It's freaking awesome. And yeah, that's the main thing was Lake Michigan. But yeah, there was also many other, since it was like a road trip and there was a lot of driving, which that part kind of sucked. But we got to see like a lot of different stuff. We also, there's a city by Lake Michigan called Traverse City, and there was like a cherry festival going on, and we got to kind of wander around that and just see that city. That city's really cool. Like, if it wasn't for the harsh winters there, it'd be somewhere that I'd be like, wow, I'd kind of like to move here one day. The drive is probably about maybe a little bit more than 16 hours from here all the way to Lake Michigan, but we cut it in half. So we stayed with Jake at the halfway mark, so like 8-hour drive to his place, slept at his place, woke up, and then another 8-hour drive to Lake Michigan, and he lives in Indiana. Yeah, I think we kind of decided with our next trip, we're probably not going to do a road trip. We're probably going to like take a flight somewhere. Just because we're kind of getting too old for crazy road trips like that. Yeah, it was definitely fun. Definitely fun. How's your new job? And your job search? Yeah, for sure. So Jake and his wife, they were trying to guess like what kind of person you were, and they were like totally off. Like they didn't know anything about you aside from your name, and they're like, I think they guessed that you were like fat, and everything they said was like totally off. I was like, no, that's not right at all. Easy job. That's good. Oh, so weed is legal in the upper states, like Michigan, and actually went to a legal dispensary and got some stuff there. It was pretty interesting, just like seeing like a really professional environment. It's like you walk in, and then there's kind of like a waiting room, and you have to sit there and wait for the people to come out, and then you give them your license, and you like have to give them all this information, and then once you give them the information and it's all cleared, they like take you through this door that's like really big, and like it locks. It only opens like outward. And then once you enter the door, it's like any other kind of CBD shop, except they have like everything you can imagine. Oh, you've been the one? That's what it sounds like. Oh, okay. Well, that's even cooler. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Okay, I don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, I don't know how sketchy it got for you, but last time I was unemployed, it got pretty sketchy. And it made me realize that like just having security, just like basic security, is a really nice thing. Still want something in software. Well, you have a job now, so you can definitely, I mean, you can do that. You can also look for jobs, like just kind of search, but you don't have to like apply to them or anything. I remember for a while I was just making a list. I was like, okay, there's this company, this company, this company. I like the things they're doing here. This kind of aligns with my values. This company doesn't align with my values, so screw them. I'm not gonna write them down. It is really such a hassle. I can't remember if I told you or not, but James just moved in with me. So me and James live together now. Okay, so I have, let's see. He is kind of the same as you. He's working a job, but he's also kind of looking for something else. Spending a lot of time with his girlfriend. Yeah, definitely doing good. Actually, I don't think I need that line of code. My job's, it's been taking some getting used to, because it's like, even though I am a software engineer, it's kind of like a completely different thing. It's almost more like research focused, because that's kind of what we are. We're kind of like a research department, and it's a little bit different than like my past jobs where it's like just shipping out features, and it's like, okay, I build this thing using code, and then the next day millions of users or how X number of users are going to be using this thing, whether it's broken or not. So it's a little bit different to go to like something that's more research, where like I'm not really shipping stuff to users. It's incredibly exciting because I'm working with innovation, and I just love innovation and I was probably like this the last time, like when we both lived in a common location. I think I used to be like this, but I just love tracking like innovation and like keeping up to date with it. And that's like kind of what this job is about in a way, like trying to keep up with innovation and figure out how to like benefit the clients of our company with like kind of novel ideas and whatnot. So I'm enjoying it. And I work hybrid, so sometimes I work from home, sometimes I go into the office. This next week I have to go into the office, and the campus is amazing. The food, like the cafeteria, is amazing. That's like the thing I look forward to the most whenever I have to go into work. I'm like, I get to, well, one, I get to socialize a bit. Two, I get to enjoy the campus. Three, I get to enjoy the food. Okay, I need to check the back end here. Yeah, it's kind of interesting working for a job that has a campus because it makes it feel like a college. Okay, where is user token? There we are. You're saying what am I working on right now? Or are you saying like at work? So this is an application, and so I'm trying to start off with like the most basic MVP. And so at the most basic level, I was like, all right, I want to be able to send people hugs virtually, and I want other people to be able to do the same thing. So I'm starting off with just kind of like a list of actions. And in the beginning, I guess maybe there will only be one, and that one action is a hug. And literally what that is, it's just a database entry with a string defining like the action, so like a title, and it's hug. So then you can log in with Twitter, and then you can enter another Twitter username. It's based around Twitter. I just decided to go with Twitter because that's like my main social media. And I feel like the future of Twitter is very bright and a lot of potential there. So yeah, you log into Twitter, enter a username, and then you can send someone a hug, pretty much. And so that's the basic MVP. But eventually it'll be like you can send them anything. Like you can send them GM, like good morning, or you can send anything pretty much. And I guess my thought process behind this is like I have a lot of friends that I don't necessarily want to have a conversation with every single friend every single day, but I think it would be cool if I could like just send like good morning to a friend every day just to let them know I'm thinking about them. And then it's like I haven't actually coded this part yet. It's probably what I'm about to code today, or try to code today. Is you can like go to someone's profile and you can see like all the like a history of everything. So it's like if I was sending you good morning, I could go to your profile and then you could see like, oh, 3 days ago I sent good morning, and then you could just like see a history of all that basically. And that's kind of the idea. I just kind of want to get an MVP of it and then like get some people to try it out, and then if it clicks with people, maybe I'll keep coding it. If it doesn't click with people, then I'll probably just say whatever, move on to the next project. But I thought it would be fun. It feels like a fun project kinda. That's why I really like this one. It's like lighthearted. Whereas a lot of my other ones are like, we gotta fix this issue, yada yada yada. But this is more fun. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of funny. It seems like a simple idea, but it's like... I mean, I guess it's like this with every single coding project, but it's taking a lot longer than I would think it would take to do this. I think that's just how coding goes. Okay, so fetch Twitter user token. Okay, so it takes a Twitter username. So like I said, I want to be able to, I want a user page. So I need an API to get that user data from the database. And I might already have that API. I think this is it. Okay, so it looks like I do. So I don't know if this is integrated in the front end yet. Looks like it is. Get user token. That doesn't look right though. Let's try putting this side by side. Let's see, back in. How you liking that? James and my other friend Ryan have been playing the crap out of it. Oh, my brother's been playing that game as well. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's like Breath of the Wild, except more. I don't know how far in you are, but there's like a lot of cool stuff you can build. Like you can build some crazy stuff in that game. Okay. I'm gonna replace this with that. Going to get rid of that. So get user token. I haven't played it myself, but it seems like maybe they did a better job at, like, I don't know if they still call them shrines or not, but I feel like in Breath of the Wild, most Zelda games, like the dungeons are kind of like the main thing for the most, like, kind of. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, that wasn't really the case. Like shrines were kind of the dungeons, and they were just kind of like repetitive and not too fun. But I don't know if they maybe made that a little bit better in Tears of the Kingdom or not. What is this? Set this to false. Don't feel like I need this. I'm just gonna comment that out. This might be all that's needed. Noticed I really turn into a midwit sometimes whenever I'm coding. It's like how it always goes when I'm coding. It's like if I would have just been more of an idiot while I coded, it's like things would go faster and I would have more success. It's kind of weird how things work that way. Where? Okay, I want to do file, save all. Okay, let's see what we get. Looks like it did not work. Well, we got data back, so that's a good sign. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so is the response user token? Oh, that's good. Yeah, it seems like it'd be kind of weird. Everybody loves the dungeons in the game, and then just to make them kind of repetitive, that'd be kind of weird. Or that is weird that they did that. Do not know why this is not working. Why is this not working? makes a username. Oh, it is working. Okay. That makes sense. But that is not a lot of data. Oh, that sounds interesting. Have you just been collecting? Or are you like actually getting into the game itself? So we got a Twitter username. Oh, nice. Where do you... I don't even know where you would, like, buy those. I don't know if you... Oh, shoot, really? Dang. That's interesting. I don't know if I told you about Vibe Camp, but I went to Vibe Camp and I met someone that he was actually going to like really big Magic the Gathering tournaments. Like he was like traveling to other countries just to do like tournaments for that game. It's kind of crazy to think about that. Like if you get like into one of these card games enough, you can you can take it pretty far. Start making some money with it. Oh, they're super hard to find. I've been thinking about starting One Piece from the beginning recently. I was like really close, and then I decided it's not quite time. I think it's almost time, but not quite time. I do still watch random episodes of it occasionally, though, because it comes on Pluto TV, and there's a channel for just One Piece, so I just like turn that on in the background sometimes. Okay, so I have a Twitter username. What other data do I want on this page? Guess I need all the actions that they sent and all the actions that they received. I don't know how I'm gonna do that though. That's what it seems like. That's actually the guy that I met. That's actually why he stopped playing Magic the Gathering. It was because it was like, it's a really big commitment, especially if you start traveling for tournaments and whatnot. My friend that I was telling you about that was on the trip, Jake, he was actually traveling for Magic the Gathering tournaments for a while. He wasn't traveling to different countries. He didn't make it that big, but he was going to like Virginia, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna do some Googling on that later on the One Piece card game because that sounds kind of interesting. My I have another friend. He's like a friend that was in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I caught up with him recently, and I guess there's like some new Pokemon trading cards that just started coming out, and he's been buying those. I think he's just collecting. I don't think he's actually playing the game. But you probably heard like Ash is no longer the main character, so there's like a big change to this new season in the show and new games and whatnot. So I guess yeah, they have like new cards being released as well in Pokemon. Yeah, I think if I get rich, I'm probably gonna become a collector. I've always wanted to collect like cards and stuff, but right now, I mean, I kind of would have places, kind of would have places to store them because I just moved into a pretty big room. So I guess that's like one of my main worries is like, where do I store this stuff? Yeah, there's a female main character now. I don't know what her name is though. Okay, so we have create action, fetch all actions. So I'm at the very end of Pokemon Scarlet. I'm facing, so there's kind of like three paths you can take, and I'm at the end of like all three paths. So I gotta like, I'm in the middle of beating the Elite Four right now, and so I'm like right there, but I haven't quite finished it yet. So I chose the Grass Starter, which I know the evolved form is Mouscarada. I can't remember what the very first form or the second form. I can't remember the names of those ones. But yeah, the Grass Starter. Which actually reminds me, I need to do some research on cats because now that James has moved in, I can finally get a cat. And I am so excited. I kind of want to Google that now. I kind of want to know like what the name of that evolution is. Mouscarada evolution. How do I find the evolution? Evolution. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's Sprigatito. And then it's Floragato. And then Mouscarada. Yeah. I could just, like, literally go to the shelter right now and try to find one. But I want to do a little bit more research before I actually get a cat. Like, I'm thinking about getting a cat litter thing that like there's some pretty cool ones you can get. Like there's one where it's like inside of something and you can put it anywhere because it doesn't smell. Like whatever it's inside of, it makes it where it just doesn't smell. So you could like literally put it right beside your bed and it wouldn't be a big deal. And then there's also some ones that are like mechanical and then I don't know how it works, but somehow it like cleans it for you and you don't have to like clean the cat poop all the time pretty much. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research into that because I don't know all the details. Once I do, I'm gonna go get a cat. I feel like I didn't spend much time with this first evolution. I guess I was playing a lot or something. I guess I went really quickly from level 16 to level 36. The heck is that? Oh. Yeah. You know, I haven't seen one single shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet yet. Which I guess that's kind of normal for Pokemon games aside from Pokemon Go. Ooh, that one looks cool. Yeah, I liked that version of it. I always forget about that game. Because that was around the time I just started skipping Pokemon games. Because like before that, I played every single one, like right when it came out. But that was like the first time I skipped one. So we got a Cinder and a Receiver. I gotta change the back end. I gotta think about how I want to do this. Oh, okay. I gotta change this up. Wonder if I can use AI to help me out here. Oh, if you wanna talk about Hogwarts Legacy, you can talk to Austin about that one. He played the crap out of that game. And he did indeed love it. I'm actually not sure, no. I should have asked that. I know he learned the killing curse pretty quickly. Or I don't think he learned... I don't know if he learned that one. There was like 3 different... I don't know how he was explaining it, but he learned one of them. I assume as well? Yeah, I don't know. I do know it looks like flying around on like what do you call it? I don't know if they actually call them broomsticks in the book and series or not, but yeah, flying around on those looks really freaking fun. Yeah, the unforgivable curses. I don't know why, but whenever Austin was telling me about it, it made it sound like there was more than one killing curse. Like, I know there's 3 unforgivable curses, but it sounded like he was saying there was 3 killing curses. But I don't know, it sounds kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. That seems like a missed opportunity. Something that's really nice about this this AI application I use here It can literally search every single file in your project and answer your question based on every single file. It's kind of nuts. It's called Cursor. I think the website is like Cursor, yeah, cursor.so. Yeah, super nice. No, I did that with my last job, but I don't do that with this job. Just because it feels kind of risky. Since this is more of a corporate job. Like, I thought about it. I'm like, maybe I could just have like a stream where it's just me. Like, you can't see my computer screen or anything. But still, even then, I don't know how the company would feel about me, like, streaming during work hours. So I didn't really want to risk it. Like with that last company, I literally asked them, like they were a startup, they weren't like a corporate-y company, and I was like, is it okay if I stream? And they're like, yeah, go for it. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I send this query from the front end. I think the decision has to be made on the front end. I think. Yeah. I heard the new Spider-Man was really good. On the road trip, they were all talking about it. Like James and Jake and Ryan. Or wait, no, one of them hasn't seen it. But yeah, they were talking about that. And it sounded really good. I have not yet seen it. But it sounds like there's timey-wimey stuff that goes on in it. Or I don't know if it's timey-wimey stuff or it's like more like multiverse stuff, but yeah. That's another one I need to see. Oh, I freaking love Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm glad to hear that one was good. Oh, wow. Well, that's exciting. Okay, I think I know what I need to do here. Yeah, actually, I need a... Since we're talking about it, I'm gonna put that on my list, just so I don't forget. Let's see, movies. Movies. Okay, so I need to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Need to watch new Spider-Man. Yeah, okay. Now I won't forget. I feel like there was one other that I'm forgetting though. Comment that out. I just started a new anime called Neon Genesis Evangelion. I always struggle to pronounce that last word. But it's like a 1995, 1997 anime. And I've always known about it, but it seemed like a mecha, so I didn't watch it because of that. But so many people had been recommending it, so I was like, I'm gonna try to watch it. And so far, I'm really liking it. Yeah, it's supposed to be really famous. So it's really hard to tell what it's about so far. I'm only like 3 episodes in. Wait, what does that sound? This thing is glitching out. So yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what it is about so far, because it's just like it starts off with a lot of mystery. But what's kind of got me hooked is the mystery, I guess. It starts off and it's like there's this kid named Shinji, and he's just living his life, and then his dad calls for him, and his dad works at this company or program called Nerve, who work with the government, and I guess they're tasked with protecting humanity. But who knows if they're actually protecting or doing the opposite of protecting. Ooh, trying to turn this down. But basically, his dad calls for him. Turns out his dad's like a huge douche. It's like immediately, his dad just wants him to like get into this thing that's like a robot, but it's also like a living thing. So there's a lot of mystery there. And he's just like, all right, there's this thing called an angel. It's like this huge monster thing, alien thing. It's like, and you got to get in this Eva, which that's what the huge like. So not the monster, but like the robot slash biological robot thing that can be piloted. It's called an Eva, and his dad's like, just you got to get in it. You got to do it. And he's like, him and like everybody at the program are like forcing this kid to like pilot this thing that he knows nothing about. So then they just like force him. I mean, they give him they somewhat give him a decision there, like an option, but they're basically like kind of forcing him. Definitely peer pressure. And so then he gets in, he's just like forced to get in this huge thing and pilot it. And he has to like fight against the angel, which is like the alien. And yeah, there's just like a lot of mystery. It's like, what the heck is the thing that he's piloting? Why is his dad such a dick? Why do they treat him like the kid? Why do they treat him like he's like a robot himself? And why is it that only the kid can pilot the Eva? Because there's like a bunch of adults in the Nerve program. Why is it only him and this one other person, this one other kid? Why is it that only they can pilot the Evas? Like, and then what's up with the aliens that are attacking? Yeah, there's a lot of mystery. So I think it's kind of like got me pretty hooked. And not just that, but there's also like it's got like a certain aesthetic to it that I really enjoy. Like it'll be on a scene, and then it just randomly switches to another scene, and I really enjoy that because it's so like sporadic and random and surprising. And then there's also, it's like sometimes there's a scene and you just don't understand what the heck happened. Like there's a scene where the kid's like walking, and he's just like walking along the road, and then out of nowhere like this noise of like static just like starts playing in his ears, and he starts like freaking out, but he's just like walking in the road. So it's like, what is this noise? Like what I don't know if he was having like a panic attack or like what was going on. But I almost have like a theory that he's not actually human, or maybe, yeah, I'm not really sure. But very, very interesting. There's also like little minor details that the show focuses on that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like, but I actually really like it. Like there's this part where two people meet up again. It's like a big moment, and they literally just stare at each other for like a good period of time. And I feel like a lot of people would get bored with that scene, but I thought it was like a big moment. So just them sitting there kind of staring at each other is kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of a detail that I actually enjoyed. And there's like little details of like them brushing their teeth and stuff. And it's like, oh, I kind of like this. Yeah, I'm only 3 episodes in, so we'll see. It's not a super long anime, I don't think, so. Oop. And action type. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. Actually, duplicate that. Action query options. Yeah, especially now that James is living with me. You're definitely welcome to visit anytime. And it'll probably be more comfortable since, you know James a lot better than you knew my previous roommate. I don't think you knew my previous roommate at all, so. Okay, so that's filter options, filter query. Yeah, we would have definitely said hey to you when we were in Asheville, but they were in a rush to get home because they had work the next day, and I was basically out of commission with my swollen feet. I like spent the majority of my time in Asheville basically recovering. I think I did go out to a restaurant, but it was like so hard. I was like limping. I remember we on the way to that restaurant we passed by the kava shop, and that reminded my uncle of you. Just because I think the last time when we hung out, we just talked about kava. Or not, I don't know if it was kava itself, but we talked about that specific kava shop. Controller. Why is this thing angry? Ah, that's why. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Did I spell it wrong? What the heck? I do not know why this thing is not happy. Oh, I see why. So I've got all of that. I guess this could be the MVP for the changes. Could just test this out. I think I need more data before I test this out though. Okay, I'm gonna try to make some more data. Okay, let's send... I'm gonna send a GM. Okay, I think that was successful. Going to send a wave to this account. Now I'm gonna disconnect. Oh, I gotta log into my other Twitter if I want to send it from the other account. Screw that. Should be enough data, hopefully. I don't know if I should add pagination now. I think for testing purposes I'll add pagination later. Okay, so... save. Restart it. Okay. Okay, so getting rid of that one. I wonder why this thing is complaining. Oh, that's why. And then this is gonna change. I need to make these optional. I don't know how to do that. Wonder if I just say this. I wonder if that'll work. Yep, that worked. Might cause issues later though. Okay, I'm just gonna see if that breaks the stuff that I already have. Might break things, but it might not. Okay, so let's go here. And it didn't break it. That's good. Because since we see that, that means it's not broken. Let's see. So you're not sure how I'm gonna do this part though. I don't know if it's supposed to storm today or not. It's looking slightly more cloudy right now than it was earlier. Okay, so I'm querying and I'm getting the user data. I don't even know if I need to do this one. I don't think I do. I guess the only thing we get out of this is the Twitter username. Actually, yeah, we definitely need to do that because that checks if there is any data in the database at all. But we're gonna have to do a second query, which should be similar to the one here. Actually, it's gonna be very similar, I think. Yeah, it should be very, very similar, so I should be able to just copy this actually. API get all actions. Use infinite query. Then we got local state variable. Okay, what do I need to change? This big screen. So we do not need an action type. But we do need some other stuff. Oh, I didn't even think about... Okay, I need to look at the back end again. Oh, that might be an issue. So this is filtering. It's filtering actions. Ah, yeah, that's confusing. So what I want is I want on the user page, I want to be able to see all actions sent to that user, and I want to be able to see all actions sent from that user. That might take multiple queries. Like, I think that's separate. I could design the API in the backend to do both in one query, but I think it might be better to leave them separate, actually. It's gonna be a lot more code, which sucks. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Send. Okay, let's say fetch sent actions. We'll say this. Say username. And we'll create another one, which hopefully isn't too much. I'll say fetch received actions. Why is it complaining? Oh, I see why it's complaining. I gotta rename this. Infinite sent actions. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. Yeah. I do it like that. Is fetching next page. These names do not make any sense, but oh well. As received, next page. Okay. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but we shall see. There's one more thing. Yeah, gotta do this. Okay, sent actions data. Oops. Received actions data. Alrighty. Let's see what happens. /u/boom. Okay, we got some kind of data. We got some kind of something. Let's see if this data is correct. Okay, so the sender... Alright. Yeah, I think this is correct. They got the sender correct. I'm gonna check the database just in case. Okay, so we got 3. So we only have 3 actions, and this is literally all of them. Okay, so that probably means that this is not correct. This is definitely not correct. Wonder why. Why would it get that wrong? Oh man, I'm randomly craving something sweet. I might have to get something sweet later. Ooh, I think this is going to take some debugging to figure out why this isn't working. Because it is not immediately obvious why it's not working. Query should be using that. Unless I messed up on the front end, which is possible. I mean, everything looks correct. What am I missing? Oh, I think I know. I bet you I know what it's happening. I'm not sure exactly how to fix it. I think I can just add a string, and that should fix it. Okay, so I'll say received. And then up here, I'll say sent. Let's see if that works. I'm just gonna reset. Looks like that broke everything somehow. Yep, everything is broken now. Nice. Oh, it's because I put a breakpoint and it stopped. Okay. Well, that still didn't work. Everything's not broken anymore, but pretty sure there should be no data here. I don't know why there is data. Maybe I need to add that breakpoint back. Yeah, I'm gonna add that breakpoint back. Oh, it somehow did not hit the breakpoint. It must have been using the cache. Okay, let's reset the cache. Boom. Still didn't hit the breakpoint somehow. How is that possible? Well, I'm very confused. How could it possibly not hit the breakpoint? Okay, I guess I gotta debug even more. I feel like one of my issues when I'm debugging is like, not necessarily laziness, I just don't want to dive. It's like I know like the extent of how far I can dive deep into debugging, and I'm not willing to dive too deep. You know what? I wonder... I might know what's causing some issues. Maybe. I need to look at how we're using this here. So you're fetching next page. As next page. Okay, never mind. Why did I even have this value? I don't think this value is needed. Let me get rid of that. Okay, hit the breakpoint that time for some reason. Okay, so we did indeed enter into this. That is null, which is good. That is correct as well. Okay, so I'm going to continue this. Okay, what we got in filter options? We got one element, it's an OR, and it looks like that. Looks good, actually. Continuing on, we got the filter query. This is the actual query, and it says 0, which is correct. So maybe it randomly fixed itself out of nowhere. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like it randomly fixed itself somehow. That is coding for you. I think what happened is it was using the cache, and even though I reset the cache, somehow it didn't reset, and now it finally has reset. That's my best guess. Oh, nope, never mind. It is back to being broken again somehow. How the heck does that happen? That is weird. I'm gonna check the network calls. There's only 2. This one has 3 items. This one also has 3 items, which doesn't make sense. Let's check the payload. This one is missing. That is so weird. It's not even passing the correct values, which means that's a front-end issue. Why would it not be sending anything? That doesn't make any sense. I see it right here. Here's the 3 values. They're all parameters. Passed in right here. Oh, am I using... Oh, dang. I'm using the wrong freaking API, aren't I? Bet you that's it. No? What the heck? What? I'm so confused. API get all actions. Yep. That is indeed the name of it. Ooh, my sinuses are murdering me. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's like not... Okay, It's time to debug the front end. I debugged the back end. Time to dive deeper here. Just gonna debug this one. Actually, let's debug both. Okay, saving that. There's a lot of null values. Well, that's interesting. Oh, maybe I know. There literally is no username. It's calling the data, it's calling the API before the username even loads. So, if that is indeed the case, that would mean I could go here, put username right there, and that would maybe fix it. Maybe. Let's refresh. Ah, I think that did it. You can see this is an empty array, which is how it should be. That means it filtered successfully. And this has 3, which is that is correct. Let's to refresh again just to double check. Okay, good. So now I need to check another user to double check that all this is working. Okay, so I can check. I'll just check Shmoji codes. I kind of need to log into a different account. That's probably the best idea. I know if I go to Twitter, I'm going to get distracted, though. I got an idea. I'm going to go to the developer Twitter dashboard and... but now I got to sign out. It allows you to just switch accounts in regular Twitter. I could fake some data. I can definitely fake some data. Although I can't really fake the object ID. I mean, I can, kinda. Screw it. I'm gonna log into the other one. I was just thinking about this quote, like, the other day. It's crazy to see Lex Friedman post it, like, right after I was just thinking about it. Okay, I said I was gonna get distracted, and now I'm getting distracted. The heck is ISRO? Indian Space Research Organization? Oh, that's cool. Whew. This is how I feel as well. Okay, I'm done being distracted. I'm just gonna get into the coding. Again, the coding. Nicotine. Ooh, that's not very healthy. But yeah, I will talk to you later. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't know the details about nicotine, but yeah, peace out. Okay, so I'm logged in. Okay. There's a bug, so I gotta refresh. And now we're logged in. Okay, so let's send some of these. So let's send Shmoji a wave. Let's also send a GM. Let's also send something to Shmoji Gaming. And I guess that's probably good enough for now. So now, let's go back. Now there should be 1 or 2. Yeah, I think I sent 2. So there's the wave. And there's the GM. That's working perfectly. On this account, at least. So let's check out Shmoji codes. Ooh, that looks wrong, actually. Or wait, yeah, I think I sent 3. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, yeah, that's right. And then you've received 1. Okay, yeah, I think it's working perfectly fine. And get rid of all these debug statements now. Might come in handy later though, so I'll just comment it out. Ooh. Okay. I think it's almost time where I need to go on a walk. You can only sit in a chair coding for so long. This is a good song. Kind of stuck. What am I supposed to do next? I guess I really need to display the data on the screen is what I kind of need to do. Because it's currently not showing anything on the screen. I was just using the console. How do I want to display it? I could totally use AI for this part. Let's gotta figure out how to prompt the AI. And before I can prompt the AI, I need to have a little bit of a design in my head about how I want to do this. You know, now I'm thinking about it, designers are kind of prompt engineers. They're like, I have this vision for this thing, and then they tell the developer, and the developer just builds it. They do the computation to actually build the thing into reality. But yeah, designers are prompt engineers. Although it's a bit more complicated than that. Because the designer gets their orders from the leadership above them, if there is leadership above them. And also it's not always like that. Sometimes it's a more complicated system. Not always a corporate hierarchy. That's just where my brain went to in the first second of thinking. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a walk. I'm having trouble. Because I need a break. I'm having trouble continuing because I need a break. Yep. Alright. Everybody watching, have a fantastic day. See you next time.